We are back. Today I found this self-improvement tier list, which should be fun, especially because this time I actually know most of these things, so I can tell you what my thoughts and experiences on them, right? Let's look through the tiers. Number one is absolute must, which is gonna be something that you should most definitely have in your lifestyle. Next, you should be doing, which kind of means the same thing, but if you miss it or skip it once or twice every now and then, it's not that big of a deal, even though you should keep it, in your lifestyle forever. Then it's a good idea. So something that may not be a must, but is still a good idea to have it. Then we got not very useful, which is something that may improve your life a bit, but it doesn't have that much of a change. Then it's something that I would not do, which is something that I would not recommend. Now, if some of you want to do it, sure, but me personally, I wouldn't. Then it is avoid. So out of all of these, just simply avoid. And then the last one is just gonna be if I don't understand what the image represents. Let's start off with I assume this is a healthy diet with whole foods, so that is an absolute must. If you know anything about health, feeling good, longevity, things like that, a healthy diet is an absolute must. Now, does that mean that every single food and every single meal has to be whole, and that you just cannot slip up, you cannot have any snacks? No, absolutely not. I would actually advise you to have snacks and sometimes just fit things within your diet, but keep at least 70 to or 80% of it with whole foods. That way you also not only hit your macros, that way you won't overeat, but you'll also hit your micros. That should be obvious. Next is working out, exercising. Another absolute must. If you know anything about health and longevity and looking good, exercising absolute must. If I somehow ever get into a relationship, but my girl does not work out or is not willing to, me and her are just impossible. I'll just leave it there. Next, we have showering. Absolute must. Obviously, in things like if you are out of the house for like, I don't know, the entire day, and you come back home at like 2 a.m. or something, and you're tired and you're not feeling like showering, whatever, go to sleep. You can shower in the morning, but generally, yes, science kind of says that you don't really need to shower every day, but this does not mean every day. It just means in general. So as long as you shower regularly, you're good. Off to a strong start. Next we have what the fuck? Oh, is this weed? I think that's weed. I'm not sure. I might be wrong. But if that is weed, avoid. I do not understand. America is trying to push that weed should be legal, that weed actually has health benefits. You are putting smoke in your lungs. There is never a situation where any smoke in your lungs is good. I don't care how much it makes you relax. Every crippling weed addict will tell you how much they hate smoking weed. Shouldn't even be an argument. Next, we have so this is fixing your posture. Me personally, I don't focus on it. I just hope that over the years in which I will continue to work out, that it will improve on it slowly. If your posture is like really bad, then you went to the doctor and he also said that it's really bad, then you should definitely fix it. But again, if it's not life threatening, if it does not cause you any like real pain, then you don't really have to focus on it directly. So I will put this in good idea if that's something you want to look into. Next, we have sleep. Absolute must. This is hypocritical of me because I have been having horrible sleep because of me, mostly, for the last I don't know how many years. This has definitely had a bad impact on my looks, on my health, recovery, muscle growth, fat loss, all of those things. If I could just fix my sleep properly for a longer period of time, a lot of things would be improving in my life as well. Next, we have Hamza. If you know, you know. Back in, he's the reason why I started what we call self-improvement, or what we used to call. Then I left within the same year, I think. I just went on my own path. I started to see that this advice, especially on relationships, started to get really bad. And then, I kind of moved on. I didn't consume any of his content. I don't know how much he has changed with his advice. A few months ago, I kind of learned that he's a fucking asshole. So I would say avoid. Not gonna lie. There's so much better advice out there. Just trust me on that. What do we have? What is this? Oh, that's sauna? Me personally, I'm not a big fan of saunas. I haven't been in one for a while. I mean, it has health benefits, some recovery benefits as well, but like, it's not gonna fix your problems. It's not really gonna enhance them either. I think people who love doing them and are advising them are overrating them like crazy. What the fuck is that? Am I even recording? I am. Okay, my bad. As I was saying, people are overrating saunas just like they are overrating cold plunges. So for that reason, I'm gonna say not very useful. I mean, well, I personally wouldn't do, just because, I mean, if I don't like it and it doesn't have like a clear, crazy impact and improvement, and there's no point really adding another thing. So I'm gonna put it in something that I would not do. If you are interested and you like them, go for it, sure. But me personally, no. We have, I think that's heroin. I think you melt, like, not melt, but I think you like put fire below this. I'm not gonna explain how to do that drug. I only saw one Breaking Bad scene, okay? Obviously avoid, it's not even a question. Next we have walking. Oh, that's an absolute must. If you do not like running, if you do not like swimming, if you do not like any outside sport, first of all, what is wrong with you? Second of all, walking is just the best. It does not tax you energy wise. You can do a lot of things really while walking. You can burn a lot more calories just by walking more consistently, having your daily steps goal met. It's just a great thing overall. Absolutely, absolute must. Then we have mewing. Oh my goodness, what a throwback this is. Now, unlike some commenters, this actually works. Mewing actually works. Now, the only thing is, like, obviously you will need to do it for a long time, like minimum 6 months consistently, with constantly checking if you are actually doing it. Only then will you see progress. Now, should this be something you should be focusing on? Not really. But can this help some people? Absolutely. So for that, I'm gonna say, not very useful. Now, typically when you are, not speaking, it's still a good idea to put your tongue against the roof of your mouth, simply for breathing habits, and other things. But in terms of improving your jawline, there are better things for sure. Then we have alcohol. I know this kind of hints no alcohol. Yeah, this actually hints that no alcohol, which means it's an absolute must. Alcohol is like the one legally consumable poison. It has no benefits whatsoever. No matter how much you consume, it will always hinder your gains and your recovery and how you feel and your health in general. No matter how much you drink, you can cope. I don't give a fuck what you like doing on weekends, on birthdays. Fuck you for that, actually. Go fuck yourself. I hate alcohol. Alcohol is pure poison. Your body slows down every other thing, which makes your body worse, just to get that shit out of your system. Think about that for a second. Oh, but it tastes good. Oh, but it's just once in a while. Fuck you. What the fuck's wrong with you, bro? And we have no nicotine. Yeah, I'm biased as hell, but I'm gonna put it in absolute must. Oh, but it's not as bad as tobacco. Okay, but you're a fucking addict. But it improves focus. You can't focus, shit. You sit in class and you're like, I need to puff that shit. I need it. Oh, where's my vape? Someone stole my vape. Like, dude, grow up. Nicotine is alcohol for kids. Literally. No conversation. That's it. No fab. Again, absolute must. Stop lusting, okay? I know it's extremely difficult. Believe me, I would know. You just gotta walk with God. That's the only way. And get yourself busy. Walk with God and get yourself busy. That way your mind is on other things. And interact with women. You will understand that lust doesn't have power over you, and you do not need to let it have power over you. Women are much more than what lust makes you think they are. Trust in God, trust in yourself. Stop doing that shit as much as possible. This means community. I would assume male. It generally is a good idea. Now, are you fine with having just like a few friends max who you talk to sometimes? I would say yes. there's a lot of things that you can improve on in life just by yourself and with God. So it's not a must, but it is a good idea to always have some kind of company if possible, especially if they're like-minded individuals like this suggest. As we have no social media, I wouldn't do. It's just cope. You use social media to cope, but you also cope by not using social media. It's like, I don't need it. I don't get any use from it, so I will not use it. Dude, you will re-download that shit in like a month. And I'm not saying that to like, cause like it's impossible to go without social media. No, I know people who genuinely don't have like any, which is fine, whatever. Okay, buddy, trying to be different and shit. But it's just not as good of a thing as you think. If you're like badly addicted, I guess, but this is something I personally wouldn't do, especially because like I'm making a video right now which will go on social media. So like I can't go against social media even if I wanted to. So I'm just gonna leave that there. Reading. It is a good idea. I personally do not read. I hate reading. Rarely I would think, I wanna read this manga because the anime is not getting animated, right? That makes sense. But books, I have read a few, sure. There were some fun ones, but it's not like it's just not as useful as people make it seem. Yes, it keeps your literacy up and it makes you a better speaker for sure. But if you're trying to like learn certain things from books, it will work, but it's not an absolute must. Okay, like obviously that's why I put it in a good idea. If you want to read, go for it. You're gonna benefit it. Running. It's a good idea, and it has health benefits, sure, but the most overlooked thing is the mental health benefits. Every time you feel like shit, if you go for a run and just sprint and just run for long and do whatever the fuck, when you get back you will feel exhausted, but your mind will be fucking clear as day. Like dude, in that one run you can solve like 50 problems and 50 worries. That's how useful running is. I hate it, but I do it because I know if I don't ever run again, I might be fucked. So I recommend that. We have not a single thing it should be doing. That is wild. Meditation. I personally wouldn't do it. I can't stick to it. I don't really like it. I have done it for 40 days straight at once, which has improved my focus and sleep a little bit. But there are a lot more things in your daily life that will improve the same things that meditation does. If you want to do it, again, go for it. You might find some benefit, but me personally, it's not for me. Journaling. I don't do that again. It's not very useful. Now, there's a lot of people who have a big use for it and they journal every day and they love it and it makes their mind clear, sure. For me, I don't do much of writing my thoughts down. Sometimes I do, but actually I want to move it up simply because it makes you grounded and simply it just how should I say this? It makes you address things that are happening in the moment, how you're feeling, what just happened recently, how that made you feel, what have you achieved, and things like that. That is a good thing in general. This video is over 20 minutes long already, so you know what? I will make a part 2 right away because I don't want to make this too long. So I will see you tomorrow, which means I upload one video per day. See you then.